What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this really dreamy butterfly set. I actually made this pink polygel. I mixed a few polygels together and I'm obsessed with the way it came out. I did it to like match the butterfly on the nails. So I'm super excited to show you guys how I created this polygel and everything like that. Today I'm just going to be using what I already have, and as you can see I applied some nail tips to my nails off camera. I'm using Makartt extra long stiletto tips, and I do have a little bit of Madam Glam India rubber base towards the tip of my nails, so when I file down I could kind of see where, since I don't like soak my nails off all the time. And I'm going over the entire nail with a little bit of clear base gel because I'm about to do a polygel set. So you definitely want to apply base gel to your entire nail so that the gel obviously sticks to your nail and you don't get lifting or anything. I'm also going over all the tips of the nails with this Milky White gel polish from Born Pretty. I wanted a really dreamy look, so I figured this Milky White shade would really give me that look. So yeah, I'm applying it to like all of the tips of the nails, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure. I'm going to be encapsulating my gel polishes. But yeah, I like to use like whatever color and encapsulate it because I get more use out of my gel polishes that way. But as you can see, it gives a nice like tint to the nails rather than just clear. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that, and I'm actually going to be mixing up my own polygel to match the butterfly on my nails. So I'm using Airtime from ToBeGlam All Glitters polygel kit and 1262 from the Makartt Jelly polygel kit, and I'm mixing those together, but it was still a little bit too light of a pink than I was going for. So I'm actually going to take this gel polish from Madam Glam in the shade Barbie Girl. It's a really hot pink, and I'm applying 2 drops of that over it and mixing it in to the polygel, and as you can see it makes it more of like a hot pink, which matches the butterfly so much better. And you guys will see the polygel better once I apply it to the nails, but it's super pretty. It's like a hot pink polygel with blue glitter reflex in it, just like the little butterfly charm I'm going to be putting on my nails. And I just love the way it came out. It came out super pretty. Like I really want like a whole bottle of this. But yeah, using gel polishes in your polygels like can add like a tint of color to them, if you're wondering. So I definitely want to try this method with some clear polygel and like some of my favorite color gel polishes, so you could do like kind of like a jelly look with your favorite color gel polishes. That would be really bomb. I definitely have to try that this summer. I kind of like just discovered that doing this. I was like, I wonder if I would have added like a little bit of gel polish to this, if it would darken it up. So I went in and tried it out, and it actually worked because they're both gels, so I don't know why it wouldn't work. But I am using a little bit of base gel to apply it. It applies really nicely when you use that. But as you can see, it's just like the perfect pretty like Barbie pink with like little blue glitter reflex in it. I just really love the way it came out. So as you can see, I'm doing an ombre, so I'm scraping up a little bead of the color with the other end of my polygel brush, and I'm just applying it onto the nails and brushing it over the nail bed, and then blending it where the tip and the natural nail meet, and just brushing it down into the Milky White shade so it just fades so effortlessly, like with a little bit of the glitter like into the Milky White tip. It just was so pretty. I really love it. So I am going to be flash curing as I go. I'm doing 2 nails and flash curing so I don't mess them up.
Zyeq.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate the nails. I'm using my Carte Clear Polygel. My bottle of polygel is getting kind of low, so I had to like squeeze it out, and it was really hard. So I ended up squeezing out like way too much. I definitely need one of those tube squeezer things, but I never got around to doing that. I always just end up like opening another bottle because I get tired of like squeezing it. But yeah, I'm still waiting on my polygels to come, so yeah, we're just gonna have to make it work. I did get a couple air bubbles, that's why you see me like poking them out and trying to remove some of it. But yeah, I'm using base gel as a slip. It helped a lot to apply the polygel onto the nail, and I'm just removing the excess and putting it aside because I'm gonna end up using that to go over the tips for like a second layer to add a little bit of thickness. But like I said, a lot came out, so it was kind of like hard to apply it onto the nail, so I'm just gonna remove it and set it aside and just use it for the other nails when I go in with the second coat. But usually I like to start by the cuticle whenever I'm like applying my polygel onto the nails, and I usually get it really nice around the cuticle in the nail bed to build an apex, and then I like move side to side down the nail. Usually when you're doing stilettos, you get that little bit that ends up like building up at the bottom, so you have to remove it. It's kind of annoying because every time you brush the polygel, more and more like goes down at the end and you have to take it off. But yeah, you just want to make sure you smooth the nail out as much as you can. As you can see, there's like a little dip like on that nail towards the tip, so I'm going to be filling that in with the polygel that I'm removing from these nails. I'm going to be doing 2 at a time and like curing because like I said, I have a tendency to mess up my nails, so yeah, we definitely don't want that to happen, so I'm just going to cure them to make sure. But yeah, if you ever come across like an air bubble or something while you're working, you can always use the other end of your polygel brush and poke them out and just continue patting in place. Sometimes it happens, like I said, when you squeeze the bottle too hard, you get like an air bubble. But my polygel was like so stuck at the bottom, I had to literally like squeeze it so hard to get it out. It was like a pain. But yeah, I'm glad the set ended up looking good, even though I had that little issue with the clear polygel. As you could see, I applied some of that extra polygel towards the tip on these 3 nails because there was a little bit of a dip there and I wanted to fill it in so that the tip of the nails had thickness. You definitely want to make sure that your nails have good structure to them, especially longer nails, so that they don't break. If they're too like weak and thin, they will break and they won't last that long. So you definitely kind of want to be the judge of how much you need depending on the length of your nails. So as you can see, I applied a bead to the tip and I brushed a little bit of base gel over the polygel so it applies easier. And as you can see, I'm brushing it up to fade it up into like the apex area and then just brushing the rest evenly over the tip of the nail and removing like any excess. And it just gave the perfect amount of thickness to the nails so that they don't break. So after this, I'm going to cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. I'm actually using my Niceble 2-in-1 efile and lamp, and I'm actually going to cleanse the nails with some isopropyl alcohol. And now we're going to start by debulking the nails to file them. The base on these nails is really simple. The main thing is like what we're putting on top of them is what's gonna like really be the design. But yeah, the base is just a simple ombre that's encapsulated. So like I said, I'm using my 2-in-1 Niceble nail drill, and I'm using this ceramic drill bit from Melody Susie. Everything's linked in my Amazon store down below. I really like this drill bit. If you guys been watching my video lately, I've been using it a lot because you can get around the cuticle area really good without even having to go in with a cuticle bit, which does save me a little bit of time. So yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm always all about saving time. So yeah, I'm just going around the cuticles, smoothing over the nail as always, and filing underneath the nail. You definitely want to get any product that's stuck underneath the nail out. Especially with like glassy clear nails like this, because you will be able to see through it. Also filing along the side walls, but as you can see, this bit gets really good around the cuticle, so I really don't need to go in with the cuticle bit. If you're having trouble sealing around the cuticle, you can always like take your nail and feel around the cuticle area, and if it's snagged on anything, you have to go back in and seal some more. Alright, now I'm going to take my hand file and shape up the nails. I'm using a 100-180 grit. And for stilettos, it's pretty easy to shape them up. These tips are already pre-shaped, so all you have to really do is just hold your file at an angle, but straight at an angle, and file in towards the tip, and that's how you get the stiletto shape. You just want to make sure you alternate sides and don't stay on one side for too long when you're filing, especially with stilettos, because the shape can easily come out uneven and crooked, and there's not really any way to fix it after you've already done that, because the shape would be like really too wonky, and the shape is already thin enough as it is, so just be careful with that. I always just keep alternating sides, and you would just keep filing in towards the tip until you're like satisfied with how sharp they are. I don't really make mine that sharp. I kind of like round the end off so they're not like stabbing me or anything like that. So yeah, as you could see, like when I go towards the tip, I just kind of round it off. And I will be buffing with cuticle oil again today, because I really did like trying it in that one Makartt video that I did. It really does make the nails nice and smooth. So now I'm going to take this soy cuticle oil from Makartt, and I'm brushing it over all of my nails because, like I said, I'm going to be buffing with cuticle oil, and this is the way that I like to do it. And I'm just taking this white buffer from Makartt and just buffing right over the nail, and I don't know, it does make them so nice and smooth. I was always afraid to like apply oils to my nails before I was like done with them, because sometimes if you don't get the oil off good enough, like it can cause your top coat to like separate, or like, you know, cause a lifting or whatever. But it doesn't really do that as long as you wash it off good. I kind of make sure to wash mine off with good, like with a nail brush over each nail. You can do that, or like cleanse the nails with some alcohol, but I would kind of try to do both, because the oil can like really get stuck on there and it's hard to get off. So the better you wash it off, the better. Trust me, like sometimes you think it's not on there and it is. But as you can see, it just makes it so smooth looking. Even like from the eye it looks smooth, but they actually feel smooth too. So yeah, this is what they look like after buffing, and it really does make such a difference. They're literally so soft. Here's a side view of the nail. As you can see, I have my little hill that's the apex. The nail gets gradually thinner towards the free edge, but not too thin. You always want some thickness. And down the barrel of the nail, the sidewalls are the thinnest part of your nail. That's how the structure of your nail should be. I always like to leave that in just in case anybody was curious. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the design. So on the pointer finger, I'm going to be applying these bubble stickers that I got. I do have these linked in my Amazon store under nail art. But yeah, I like these little bubble stickers, but I just wanted to use the heart ones on this nail. So I'm going to be applying those there and then just outlining it a little bit in blue to kind of like tie the set together, since there's blue reflex in the butterfly and the polygel. And then I'm going to be drawing some little 4-point stars with my detail brush. But as you can see, these are super easy. You just need some sharp tweezers to pick them off. Because they're a little bit hard to get off without sharp tweezers. And as you can see, I'm using some of this baby blue gel polish from Madame Glam, and I'm just like tracing over some of the white areas to kind of like bring the heart out more. Kind of gave it a cool like airbrush look once everything was all said and done. So yeah, I'm just going over random parts. I'm not using a lot, just a little bit. And that's my detail brush in the number 3, by the way. So yeah, I'm just curing that, and now I'm going to make little 4-point stars. Basically just make a line going up and then one across, really simple. Then I'm going to take some Macart rhinestone gel and I'm going to brush it over these 2 nails and then go over it with top coat. And I'm going to be applying my bling into the gel and curing it in place. For the butterfly one, I'm going to add a little bit more gel so it holds a little better. You definitely want something like this to hold it really good, or some clear polygel, whatever you prefer. But yeah, I'm using some mixed AB rhinestones and just applying it on the ring finger, kind of going in like a wavy motion, and then a couple on the pointer finger in between the hearts, just to give it a little something extra. And I'm making sure to top coat underneath the nails since they're like kind of glassy, so you definitely want to top coat under there as usual. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure that. And now I'm going to be taking the little magnet off of the pom-pom that I'm going to be using so I can attach that to the nail first. You just want to be careful with these because if you apply it on the wrong side onto your nail, the pom-pom won't stick properly. So you have to apply it the correct way. I've done that before where I've applied it the wrong way and it didn't stay on all the way. Like the magnets wouldn't close together. So just make sure you do that. But yeah, this is a little magnet. It's like removable. You can like apply the pom-pom onto your nail or take it off like if you're going to wash your hands or whatever. They're super cute. They just add that nice little like cute like vibe to the nails. I love the way they look. I'm obsessed with like these little pom-pom things. So yeah, that's all you want to do. Make sure it's like centered. And for the pinky, I'm going to be applying some Pixie crystals. So I'm applying some of that Macart rhinestone gel over the nail, but I actually didn't apply enough, so I'm going to apply a little bit more. You want to make sure there's enough on the nail so that the Pixie crystals sink into the gel and they stay in place when you cure, because they have a tendency to fall off if you don't apply the gel onto the nail right. You could also use hard gel if you want, but not like polygel because that's a little too thick. So yeah, and now I'm applying the top coat over that, and I'm just going to like dump the Pixie crystals over my nail. I'm using this little drill bit tray. I had these other little trays for like stones, but I don't know where they are and I didn't feel like digging for them, so I'm just using this little tray from one of my drill bits. But yeah, I'm pouring the Pixie crystals over the nail and they kind of like go into the gel and the rest just fall into the tray. And after I'm done pouring them, I use my finger to press them down, and then I use like my little rhinestone picker to kind of like push them in place and like even them out. You want to make sure that there's none stuck on the sides or anything like that, and that they're all pressed in really good before you cure. None are like overlapping each other or anything like that. But yeah, other than that, I just cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. And that's it for this set. I love the way they came out. They're like simple, cute, like dreamy, but I love the way they look. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments. I would really appreciate it. If you like, comment, and share on my videos, it would really help me out a lot. And if you're new to the channel, I would love it if you subscribe, because I post nail tutorials and reviews every week, so you don't want to miss out. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I upload. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.